let's see what comes through. Well, this card has been heavy on my mind. It's been coming up in a lot of the readings. It's Mary, and she's bareback on this horse, and it says free rein, R-E-I-N, break loose. I'm not surprised that this was the first card to come out. I have thoughts, but let's see what else wants to come through. So we'll pick that as the first one. Okay, it's Mary playing the drum. It says, rhythm of the heart, awaken your dream. And then here she is in front of the ocean, and it says, the unknown journey, embrace the, I'm so blind, embrace the unfamiliar. Okay. This is so interesting. I actually saw this card when I was shuffling, and I was like secretly wanting it to come out because I'm like, I feel this really strong right now, and it's here. So what's aligned is aligned. It's the sacred vow, divine commitment. Wow, there's he is again. Okay, look what's underneath the deck. It's Mary. I'm going to hold this one up. Okay. It's Mary and Yeshua is kissing her hand. Divine commitment. They're touching forehead to forehead, almost like third eye to third eye. It's a really beautiful feeling that I get off of this card. Do you feel it? Feels like peace. Feels like such a deep inner knowing that you're meant to have this sacred vow. And this is really interesting because I was just thinking about vows, and I was in one of my classes. I'm taking like Buddhist Dharma classes over the summer with like extra courses because I'm actually preparing for my second set of vows to take them in the fall. I've been keeping vows, the first like level of Buddhist vows over the last year and a half. I'm preparing for the second level. My goal is to do tantric empowerments, but like those are secret teachings, so I have a couple more years before I can do that. But that's definitely my path. That's the road I'm on. I'm assuming for the rest of my life. This is what it was leading up to anyway. And so when it comes to, and that doesn't mean that you need to take actual vows in a spiritual lineage. However, a lot of you that find this content and me and my work, like Tom Kenyon, the author of the Magdalen manuscript, which is kind of like my Bible of conscious partnership. It's amazing. It's the byline of it is the alchemies of Horus, which are 5 tantric meditation practices, and the sex magic of Isis. It is what it is. If you know, you know. If you're attracted to that book, I can definitely, your soul family, we're probably meant to work together or connect. And this feels like something very much imprinted, like it's in your karma, like you have created the karma to have this type of partnership. Now, if right now you're struggling, which some of you guys are really struggling out there, women and men both, if you're struggling, that does not mean that you are not destined for this. It just means that right now, for whatever reason, that you're in a struggle personally, whether that's a struggle emotionally, whether it's a struggle with addiction, whether it's a struggle financially, none of that takes away your divine destiny. But you're going to have to commit to this path. And you guys, I'm going to be real with you. Okay, it's like a double-edged sword. If this is truly your path and this is really what is meant for you, like, this is meant for you, but it doesn't fall out of the sky from Amazon Prime in 2 days on your lap without any commitment from you, okay? You're probably going to have to work for it. Now, not everyone's path looks like this. Sometimes you see people and it's like their soulmate just popped out of the sky and landed on them, and in 6 months they're married and living happily ever after. Like, that's not really how it goes for most people, but you may not have the karma for that. I've had the karma to do a lot of spiritual stuff, a lot of spiritual practice, a lot of devotion. The devotion for me came more easily than the actual intimacy work with another person. I feel just, and I know that a lot of you out there are going to resonate, especially if like maybe taking vows does interest you, or taking a vow of marriage, of commitment, and it doesn't have to be the institution of marriage as we know it, but to create a commitment in a union with another person. In the lineage that I study of Buddhism, like there are tantric empowerments, and tantric union is part of this lineage with partner too. It's a spiritual practice beyond an intimate relationship. It's really a spiritual practice, and you can do both. You know, you're a householder or whatever, so you're not a monk in this life. So there are ways to practice with a partner that are very sacred, and again, those are secret teachings. I haven't taken tantric vows yet, but that's, like I said, I'm on the way there. And those are like a very accelerated path, and it's a real serious commitment. I'm down. I'm here for it. Like I said, at least for me, devotion piece has come a bit easier. Now, for a lot of you, this part it's not maybe coming as naturally, the devotion part, or maybe you have more trouble with the actual intimacy with another person, so you're avoidant and you tend to be alone a lot. Or maybe you're in a relationship now, but it's not the right relationship. I mean, it's the right relationship karmically to learn whatever you need to learn to be prepared for this type of connection, but it's not like where you're meant to stay. And it might be really hard right now if you are in one of those relationships. So I don't know, take what resonates. Could be any of those things. But what's under there is Yeshua alone. And it says the power is within you. And I feel for a lot of you, you're going to have to transcend some type of limitation and really truly go all in on this journey. And that's why I think this card is coming out first. Free reign. What does free rein mean? Not R-E-I-G-N, R-E-I-N, like the reins of a horse. If a horse is free rein, it means you loosen up the reins so that they can wander wherever they'd like. But she's not even riding him with reins. She's riding bareback. There isn't even a saddle. Think about the energetic of that, the freedom. She's literally like bare legs, no saddle, and there are birds flying in the background. It's this feeling of liberation. Ultimately, this type of vow actually is a liberation. And a lot of people are afraid of the implications of commitment because they're afraid they'll do it wrong. They're afraid to commit. They're afraid to get hurt. They're afraid to feel suffocated. But if you're doing this correctly, it's like the most liberating thing that you could ever do. It's like saying, we're talking about this in my Buddhist class because a lot of people are new and they're like really afraid. They haven't taken any type of vow. I've been holding a certain level, the first level of vows for a while now. And they're like really afraid they're going to break one, so they don't want to take them. And my teacher is always like, it took him 10 years to decide because he was like a rebel and he didn't want to be told what to do. And he was also terrified that he'd do it wrong. And he's like, I wish I had done it because it would have accelerated and amplified the way his mind was working instead of being scared of it. It's like saying like, I'm afraid that I'll make a mistake in a marriage, so I'm never going to get married. When like there's so much power and beauty in a commitment, but a lot of people are too scared to do it because they're like future forecasting all of the troubles and the struggles. There are troubles and struggles because when you commit to something and you take a vow, you're saying, I'm going to alchemize anything and everything that's coming up here. If you don't, and then you break the vow, well, I mean, in Buddhism, there are certain ways that you can repair. And then there are some vows, like if you break it, that's kind of it for this life. You're like, you've done something in your mind that can't be reversed. But it's not to be afraid of. You got to like, most of you won't go on that route, but like even when it comes to relationship, like you're not going to know until you do it. I loved being married. I just wasn't, when I was married, and I was married for a long time, like almost a decade. When I was married, I loved marriage. I didn't want to be with that person married, but I actually loved being married in so many ways. I loved it. I'm built for that, but not everybody feels that way, but that doesn't mean you're not built for it either. So I think a lot of you, this is your destiny, but you can't, it's not just going to fall out of the sky, my loves. It's not. I'm here doing this work because I want to help you do this, but I'm telling you, a lot of you won't be able to do it on your own because you can't see your own blind spots and you don't actually have the correct practices to do it. You don't have the right spiritual tools. And if you don't have good tools and you don't have good teachers, it's really hard to do this and stick with it. It is. I'm telling you from experience of many years of navigating this on my own, and now having teachers and community of much more advanced practitioners than me. And I've done a lot, but these people are like on a whole nother level. It is so illuminating and it is so helpful. And it makes this feel accessible. If this type of sacred vow and this type of connection, and you might be just romanticizing it and making it like the cute, sweet parts, but you have to include all of the challenges, because again, if you're going to take a vow, and this is what you say that you want, and I know a lot of people say, I want a conscious partnership, but you don't know what you're asking for, because when you ask for that, it comes with all of the mirroring and all of the struggles. I just did a podcast episode about this. I started it was titled Mirror, Mirror, Fuck My Life. LOL, like a joke, because it's like when relationship starts to show you all the stuff that you don't want to face. And the time when people clicked off that video was about 3.5 minutes into it, which tells me how ready people are for this type of relationship. Probably not as ready as you think, but that doesn't mean that it's not meant for you, and it doesn't mean that it's not accessible, and it doesn't mean that you can't do it. It means if you can't decide to take the shitty hard parts along with all of the beauty, like honestly feel the energetic of this card and how beautiful it is. But you can't only have the light. You have to, it comes with the dark, and you have to do both. Or you're just in Disneyland in your mind. That's not true partnership and true intimacy. It's not easy all the time. Maybe for some people it's easier because they have different karma. It hasn't been like that for me. It's been a burn. It's the same thing in a marriage or in a conscious relationship. If you want to go all the way and use partnership as your path to freedom, which it can be, because you can make your partner a teacher in your mind. You can make your partner a Buddha in your mind. We all can. But again, you need teachers, you need tools, you need to be doing it in a way that's actually going to be effective. There is a path. There are many, many steps to this path. If you want to do it the way I'm doing it, I'll teach you. Gladly. Like I said, I'm not just here as a hobby. I'm here because I want to help people do this. And for many of you, a big part of your spiritual path is going to happen also in intimate relationship. But so many of you aren't putting both your feet in. So it's not manifesting, and you're starting to think, this isn't meant for me. Or it's too hard, it feels too impossible, it feels too far away. But if it's your karma to experience it, you have to devote yourself fully. And then you'll be surprised how things will start to happen and come together. So we're getting awaken the dream in the middle. And that's what I'm feeling here. It's like it's already in the orbit, but I feel that you need to bring it to life. Awaken the dream, rhythm of the heart. Your heart knows what it wants. If this is meant for you, you're going to feel it in your spirit. Like I don't know how to explain it. It's an inner knowing. This path, like I said, it's a resonance path. It's not a literal, here's every single step, here's the blueprint. It's going to look exactly the same for every person. That's not how it works. And again, it's a deep spiritual path. So you have to move in the way that you're being called to move. And like I said, I'm here for the most part as inspiration, as guidance, to help you with your blind spots, to help you do the harder shadow work that you can't really do by yourself without a good teacher, and to give you tools to actually transform your relationships, to actually transform your reality, at least what's working for me and many other people. And then we're getting, the unknown journey, embrace the unfamiliar. And this is the Mary alone on the card. And on most of these cards, she's alone, except for the sacred vow. Embrace the unfamiliar. A lot of you, this is not going to feel, again, not only does it feel unfamiliar to your logical brain, but it's like unfamiliar to societal conditioning. Like you might feel like an outcast, or you might feel like you're on a path that nobody understands. And guess what? You're not wrong. You're on a path many, many, many people will not understand it. And that's That's why I'm here making YouTube videos. It's not just for shits and giggles. It's because I know that there are people out there that need this support. You are meant to be in union. You are meant to be on a path of liberation. It's not just about romance and sex and the fun stuff. It's about your freedom. It's about not suffering anymore. It's about spiritual awakening. Okay, so yeah, enjoy all the fun stuff and all the sexy time and all of that companionship and the goods. Great. But there's a higher purpose to these connections too. And so if you're mature enough and you have the karma to be like, I want that, and I want to also do the work that comes with it because I want to use this as my path to freedom, that's who I'm talking to. And if that's you, then it's time to put both feet in. Don't waste any more time dilly-dallying, telling yourself that this isn't meant for you. If it's meant for you, chop, chop, let's go. Hop on board. Let's do it. Because you're not just helping yourself when you do this. This is an act of service to the whole. Whether you understand that or not, it is. So you're meant to embrace the unknown journey here, and there are going to be aspects to this that feel really scary and out of your comfort zone. And you have to go in that direction. I'm just going to clarify this one, then I'll end it to keep it shorter. What do we need to know about this? Sarah in the White Spring, fill your sacred chalice. And she's here with the chalice under the moonlight. Also water element. Magdalene, listen to elder wisdom. What was I just saying about good teachers? Yeah, and she looks a little bit older in this photo. Okay, one more. Salome, ecstatic dance, and she's like dancing under the moonlight. Very like erotic. Okay, and it's saying embrace the unknown journey. I cut the deck. It says the truth is revealed, revelation, and it's Mary with a feather. The truth is revealed. Look at that gaze in the card. There's something that's something I feel, I don't know if it's been revealed yet. Look what's under there. Song of Songs, express your love. This could be like a literal message. Something will be revealed to you through a communication, like a literal communication, like somebody shares something with you, whether it's a message, a text, an email, a song, something, like it will come through to you, or maybe it comes through like a synchronicity that something is revealed that you've been waiting for, like some truth comes forward that you've been waiting on, or maybe it's like the confirmation from another person of like something that they're feeling, or do you know what I mean? Like it feels like two dots connecting. But as far as this unknown journey, what's the feeling I'm getting here? I'm getting this feeling of almost waiting here. Like she's sort of waiting under the moonlight. Again, it says, fill your sacred chalice. Again, how do we really commit to this and keep growing on this path? Like you have to make sure that in order to do more, go on a higher, like it's asking you to go on an unknown journey, but you don't want to do it on an empty cup. Because you're going to get really drained and tired and disillusioned, and if you get fatigue, like spiritual burnout almost, where it's like it feels like it's too hard sometimes, you just want to give up. But it's like if you're really filling your cup and you understand the deeper motivation of why you want this commitment, why you want this vow. Like I've worked on this for many years with my meditation and in my day-to-day just contemplation of this. Like that's why I think the Buddhist path like made sense to me when it fell in my lap, because I'm like, this just feels like the natural progression of my devotion already. I'd already been doing stuff for 10 years. It felt like this makes so much sense to me, but that's not true for everyone. It was the right time. But if you want this, like I said, it's not a Disney romance, okay? It's not just for the cute, happily ever after. It's a spiritual path, so it's going to require more of you. It's going to ask you to do things that are harder, unfamiliar, unknown. It's going to make you navigate certain things alone that you haven't, or face challenges that you haven't. And that's why I feel it came with that you, number one, you need to make sure that you're filling your cup, you're nurturing yourself, you're nourishing yourself. That's part of the practice. It's not all about hard work. You have to have joy. You have to have rest. Okay? It's meant to be whole, like balanced, not just extremes one way or the other. A lot of people use their spiritual practice to punish themselves and they stop having fun. I refuse. Joy is essential. You have to have fun. You have to play. You have to laugh. It can't all be serious, okay? There's plenty of serious shit. And if you like serious shit and you're an intense person, you'll love this path. You'll love the stuff that I share with you more privately. You'll love it. It's intense. So intense people thrive in this. It says, listen to elder wisdom. I feel you need to be humble and ask for support from people that know more than you, that have come further along. Like I said, I'm so grateful for my teachers. I finally feel like I have a place to lean when I need help, because when you're a space holder and you lead people, you need to have somewhere to lean on to. And I'm grateful that I've got the karma for that. So if you have teachers, don't take them for granted. Like, actually really start to engage with people that know more, that can support you on this journey. And then we are getting this ecstatic dance. For some reason, to me, this feels like more joy, more sensuality. Your spiritual path is not meant to be dry like a bone. We're not nuns, okay? I'm not in a convent. I think a lot of people on this path dry out energetically. They dry out emotionally. They dry out sensually, because they forget about that part, like how important and nourishing, and to keep your cup full also energetically. You want to feel like juicy is like, it's kind of like a weird word, but it's like you want to feel juicy. You want to feel like lush, like a flower that's like totally in bloom and like soft and supple. Like it's just, that's essential to have that, I feel, in your, as part of your path, because it's going to get hard at times and you're going to be like, I don't have the bandwidth for this, but you do. Trust me, you're so much more powerful and you have such a deeper capacity to love than you realize yet. But like I said, one step at a time. So I'm going to end it there. If you want support with this, I offer one-to-one, but it's like private. I'm not really publicizing it on my website, because I think if you know, you know. And if you're ready to go deeper and this sacred vow is for you, then, by the way, in my store, I just remembered, I have two classes. I totally forgot about them, and I sell them as a bundle. And I think it's like $30-something, because I did it a little while ago. I think it's still in my storefront on my website. The link is below. I have a little audio bundle, and one of the classes is called The Vow, and the other class is called Fully Claimed. And it's very much a preparation for those that are on the path of union, but need like that. You're like not quite there yet, but you're like about to go all in, and you need that like encouragement. And so whatever, there's more to it, but I just remembered that that's in my store. So that's a possibility if you want to like dip your toes into some of the stuff I've been talking about. If you want to get on the wait list for the membership that I'm running, which is a more advanced space, and I'll be opening the doors at the end of the summer secretly just for the wait list, and then I'll be doing a bigger enrollment in the fall. The link for that, the underground, is below. Otherwise, I'm sending you guys so much love, and I will see you in the next one.